Okay, we are live. Yes, a few seconds in. You know, I always get this messed up, guys. I just really would like to apologize. The reason is I always get my days mixed up. Right here in Hong Kong, it's different. So that's why I tend to mess things up. Here in Nibidapa, hello. Okay, hello. I think it takes a little bit of time to show on the screen. Or if it's gonna show, I don't know. I don't know, guys. So I hope everybody's doing well. Yep, everything seems good. Yep. Somehow my the message is not showing up, so it's always like that. I don't know, it's so weird. Here, let me just set this thing up. Pop-up chat. Just need a little bit of time to get this thing. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? It's a bit late already, right, for you? So I hope Philippines doing you good. I heard there's a lockdown again going on, right? Okay, I'm just trying to. Yeah, okay, we saw your message, so great, awesome. Hello, people. Okay, great. So actually, hopefully, I'm popping up on the chat. Do you see me on the chat? Yep. Here we go. So hope everyone's doing well today. Okay. Do I look out of focus a little bit? Let me move back a little bit. Forward. Back. Because this thing, I can't get it to, if I get it to autofocus, it will just be really weird. So that's how it goes. Okay, so I guess today, because I messed up in a way, because today is a Monday, like a Tuesday morning. So in North America, where my main audience is, there are Monday around noontime or before noontime. So I think everybody's working, so they won't be able to see my live. Hey, good afternoon. Good evening. Hello, Chad. How are you doing? Thank you very much for joining. Yeah. So I was saying that I just messed up. I do apologize because I was supposed to do the live yesterday. So you guys, like, it's on a Sunday. Let me focus this camera a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Still up, like I'm still setting things up. I really here. I'm just completely blurred. Okay, there we go. So should I just jump on the topic now, guys? I have a drink. So I don't know. Did you guys know that I did high school in Australia? It might surprise you. And at the time when I was doing, made it worse. Hey, hello. White Boy Gaming. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live stream. Is it worse? Solid. So welcome to my channel, guys. Yeah, I think it's okay now, right? Or I'm just so embarrassed. I'm just so bad at this, but I'm just trying to. Here we go. Yeah, because I'm going through my OBS. Hopefully, it can be a little bit more clearer, and my audio, because I'm using sound card. So if I just go directly from YouTube, it'll be just one speaker coming out. And now I have my chats. The people, you guys leave a comment. I can you guys can see it on the screen instead of looking on the side. So you guys on the cell phone and whatever can see this better, I guess. Okay, I'm just trying to do this a little bit better. Yeah. So okay, I think we're a few minutes, 5 minutes in, and I think I'm ready to start this live stream on my school. So have you guys seen the movie like on those typical Asian families, that movie, and everybody gets sent off overseas to study and stuff like that, but somehow my parents are very busy working at that time when I was younger. Yeah, I was. So actually, they just came back from Hong Kong, from the States, North America, and I was sent off to Australia when I was 11. Australia, Sydney to be exact, and it's a cadet school, military school, and I don't know, have you seen the picture? And I took a picture of it, and I was the only Asian, not on that picture, but for the whole time I studied in Australia. So that was, I think, I was so young that I was there that even for my graduation year, I didn't enjoy the school at all. I didn't enjoy that environment at all. It's not that I can't do all those drills and stuff like that, but it's just you have to deal with the rest of your the students, your schoolmates, and the deal is, I think nowadays, if you look at yearbooks and class pictures, you would see multicultural, right? But the deal is, I was the only Asian for the whole school, and there are other Asians, but they're like from near Australia, like Fijian, stuff like that, or but basically you had to be Australian. So my parents, they worked in Australia they studied in Australia university, but they graduated. Yeah, man. And 11 years old, man, and they just sent me off that school, and then they just left me there alone, and that was really a sucky deal. The students and everybody knew quite well that I wasn't living in Australia, and the deal was, a lot of them, it's like a private schools, and they came from the countryside, farmers of Australia. They sheep and wheat and cotton. That's what they grow mainly, and they're really mean to me. And you can't live one day at school without being called a effing Asian. And that was, it's just devastating. Still now, they didn't offer. The reason I was there is because that was supposed to be a really good school, disciplined and stuff like that. The Queen would come. We would do a marching out parade. The Queen would come and watch us and stuff like that. And it's really posh, and it's like all royalty and all that BS. But the deal is, it was sad because, I was like a different person completely, and because of my parents spent a long time in Australia, they had citizenship. So I was a kid, so I obviously had the Australian passport. So I can study there, in Australia. I can stay there and study. And at that time when I was studying, they didn't accept any international students at all. So you won't see any people from other countries. You would see people raised probably like in the States or somewhere, and but you won't. But they would be born in Australia, stuff like that. So that was kind of different. But the Americans, that there were a few, there were like about 5 Americans in the school, and they would get blasted too for being American. They would just say, "Hey, you Yank, blah blah blah." All you do is play basketball, blah blah. And they would get crap constantly every day. And surprisingly, the Americans were friends with me. They never called me anything racial at all. And that was really awesome. So we got, I had some friends, obviously, but I would say 90% of my friends, how can I say, 90% of people are not my friends. Yeah. Even now, I mean, you guys, you would get along, you'll meet up with your high school friends and go out for beer, go on. For me, I have absolutely zero high school friends right now that I'm in contact with. And that's the reality. And that really sucked. But like, not focusing on me, but focusing on other people. They have these places like a coffee shop or a snack bar or something like that. They are called it. The Greece people from Greece would open them, and see the Italians there, and they would get a lot of crap for being, from Greek or from Italy, and just in that place, I mean, how can you get, this kind of stuff, man? It's just, hey, Jess, how are you doing, buddy? Jess, welcome aboard. Jesse is my moderator, and he's an awesome guy. Helps me a lot. So I always give him a shout out. And hello, my Patreon friends too. Hello, my subscribers. This vlog, this live stream is not a happy one, because when I think about the days I was there, it was really bad. So, Italians, Greek people, people even from England, they would get so much crap. They would get, oh, Porsche, and they call them, oh, you want some Pims for the Poms. And, if you weren't Australian, you basically get crap. And, hey, hello, Mario. Hello, my friends. How are you doing? You're awesome, man. Nice to see you on board. Yeah, anyway, so, I had an Australian passport. So when I arrived at the airport in Sydney, you would line up, the foreigners on the other side, and the Australian citizens would line up on the left side. And then I would, obviously, because I had an Australian passport, I would line up on the left. And when I lined up there, people would say, "Hey, what are you doing here? You should be over there. It's for Australians, Aussies." And so I got Australian. So what? You're not Asian. They love to say that. You're Asian, You don't belong here. I used to speak like that, and I tried to get rid of that accent so bad it wasn't funny. So you don't belong here. It's over there. Go over there. So what could I do? There's nothing, and just pretend I don't understand English, maybe. And it's the society over there, because I'm not making this stuff up. It's happened to me. And when you walk down from Sydney, Australia, downtown Pitt Street, and it's the CBD, that's the center of the city, Center Point Tower and everything, and you would see these guys in a suit, in a briefcase, walking down in a suit and a tie, and I was just, because if you guys look at the cover page of my life, we had to wear all these uniforms, even when we are out. We don't have to wear the jacket and stuff like in the school, but we must wear jacket and the whole thing, when we go out. So when we are out of the school premises, we had to wear that uniform. And then you would see these people, businessmen with a briefcase and everything, shouting across the street, "Are you effing Asian? Go home!" That is what they and I'm not saying that everybody does that, but they would just do it. They're so bad. And when I was there, there wasn't really much, especially Chinese people. They're not that much big of a population, and the Vietnam population started to grow because of the refugees that came to Australia. And I remember in Blacktown, that's where all the Vietnamese people hang out. And I think, and then the Australians got really angry. They had their own community in Blacktown. And so they would get into fights, and they'll kill each other, basically. So these guys are really rough guys, and holidays, they'll be in the pub after work. They will be in the pub, all drinking. So it's a thing that they would really enjoy going out. So even our mates that are older in the senior level, they would say, "Oh yeah, we snaked out, we went to the pub, we had some Forsters or triple X, double X, or whatever." So they are the culture is like that. And it's just terrible. Yeah, right, Jess? By the way, Jess, do you like this messaging on the screen here? Do you like here, this side? Do you like the messaging coming out here so you guys can see easier? Let me know, guys. Give me some feedback. Appreciate it. Yeah, so that is a sad thing, but it's happening. And I never had refused any service before, so that was good in a way. They wouldn't say, "Are you Asian, so we won't serve you?" But they would just won't be as friendly. Thank you, Jess. They won't be as friendly to you because you're Asian, and they don't say Asian, go home, Asian. Sick of it. Hacking Asian. That's what you hear, and I was just so defenseless. I was just I'm just a kid, man, and full grown adults come after me, and what I can't do anything. Oh, okay. Apologize, Mario. I thought it would be easier on the phone. Yeah. So I'm on big screen. Yeah, I'm gonna occupy your whole flat screen, guy. Yeah. So it's just and the thing is, I have a guardian because I'm under 18, and the guardian that my parents assigned me was an workaholic. So they work all the time, even during holidays. So they hardly had time to take me out at all. So during the breaks and stuff like that, or the time we are entitled to go out, I'll be staying in school. Yeah, that's the case. And each term, or they call each semester, you are only allowed to go out 2 times. So those 2 times that a guardian or parent can take you out was a big deal. Yeah, but for me, I missed many of those ordeals because nobody would come and pick me up, and you would see other parents would come in and take them out and stuff like that, and take him for dinner and stuff like that. And even for being a junior, so this has nothing to do with race or anything. When I was a freshman, and we had only 30 minutes to eat in the dining room, the dining hall, and there are 6 people on the table. So when we are all seated, they'll come down the center aisle with a tray with our food. So they'll just put it in the center aisle, so both tables are on the side. So usually the seniors will sit next to the aisle. So the juniors would sit in the middle, and the last row would the freshmen like me, I would sit there. So by the time the tray, when those guys got all their food, I would get my food at the end, and you would hardly get any food because those guys can take as much food as they want, right? And it's not you can't go out and get a refill or anything like that. So that tray was set for 6 persons, So by the time it gets to the end to, for the 2 freshmen at the end, we would basically get like hardly anything. Like if there was fries and stuff like that, we would get maybe 2 or 3 fries, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe 1 broccoli left, and if you had some meat of some sort, it would be probably somebody cut it in half and ate the other half, so we get half of that. That is how that system was, okay? And when I was young, freshman to the few years being a freshman, you had to spin and polish not only your shoes, you had to do the seniors' shoes, you had to do the brass cleaning, you had to paint their belts white with those white shoe polish, you had to spit and polish their boots for them, and you have to make their beds and even make tea for them. They don't drink coffee, they make tea for them. So so that was how the system worked. So if the more senior you go, the more privileged you get. So if we were freshmen, we'll just get a regular desk at a study hall, a really small study hall. So at the senior, when you almost graduate, you get a room, a private study like sharing. But on your final year, you get a room to yourself for studying. So that's how it works. And if during my senior years, the freshmen will offer to be my boy, so they will serve me at nighttime. So they will have supper, stuff like that. So how the supper works is they will get cookies and stuff like that, and they have the right to get a whole bunch of cookies, and they can get tea, milk, chocolate milk, and stuff like that. So they can get a whole bunch of this stuff and put it in my room, and they can share the room with me. So that's being the boy, a junior can help me out, and they make my bed and stuff like that. That's how our cadet school worked. Yeah, Mark, need to. Yeah, things at the end it was a little bit better, but still hazing is the thing. Hazing was the thing. And talking about fighting, you had to basically fight your way out, and the more people you beat up, the more respect you get. And that's how the system basically works. And if for example, if when I'm having some issue. Here, let's check this up. Okay, I'm back again, guys. Sorry about that. The OBS. I'm just really new to this thing. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so he'll report to the teacher, and when I found out, or the other guy found out, he'll get beaten up again for snitching. And the teacher would come to me and says, "I go easy on a guy. Don't punch him punch him in the ribs. Don't punch him in the eyes. Don't give him a black eye." So the teacher actually told me this when that happened. And when I was young, they would beat the crap out of me for no particular reason, because they just told me, "Yeah, I just feel like beating you up." So, so this was, and the thing is, these guys are, the seniors were so freaking stupid. There's a pool table, and they will actually throw these pool balls on somebody's head, and you can see them just their head's so swollen, and that juniors start crying because it's swollen, stuff like that, and it was just terrible. And another thing is, if you did something wrong and you pissed the seniors off, I still remember, you have to hold 2 bricks in front of a freaking clock, and you have to follow the arms for 30 minutes. So once you drop that brick, you get punched out. They'll just say you'll get decked. Basically, I hope you understand what that means. Get decked. So you get punched, get kicked in the face or whatever, and that is how it works. That's the system. And basically, I mean, nowadays, I think this thing really screwed my mind pretty bad. And I'm telling you that I'll never forget this, because you would see my other friends, "Oh yeah, we just hang out with my high school friends and stuff like that," But for me, I never had high school friends at all. I mean, those 6 years, that it was like blank for me. So those 6 years were just enemies. So for me, after I graduated from high school, I never ever went back to Australia. I never renewed my Australian passport. I just, it's just non-existent for me. I don't want to even use it, okay? And, I mean, I'm not saying that every Australian is like that, but for me, that's how they treated me in that school. And if you guys look at that picture, that is 100% real picture. And I am the only effing Asian in that white ass school. Excuse me, I don't have anything against anybody or white, what color or anything, but they were just so the picture is do you see the picture of my school? I have a school picture on this live stream, so later on I'll, if you guys can go back, you can see that screen. Yeah, I have it on this live stream, the title picture, or what do you call it, the YouTube cover page. So I was the only freaking Asian there. So that was, and when you were at that Asian, that place that is so white, and it was just, so I don't know what to say. It's just mind-boggling when I'm thinking about it. But I just want to share my whole high school. Yeah, it's the stream thumbnail. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate it. They would tell me, they would do a show every year or something like that, and they told me to pretend, no, not to to be a Chinaman. So they would get me to wear one of those rice hats, and then put fake 2 teeth, and ask me to walk around with my eyes like that. And I refused, actually. And they said, "Oh, come on, beep, you can do it. It'd be so funny." So you guys think like a blackface and all that, it's just pretty, mocking black people. It's pretty normal there. Even right now, they will still put blackface, and all that to mock anybody. It's just those guys. Oh dear. So it's just, I don't know. It's just, I got it bad because I don't know, is it a cadet school or not? Yeah, General Noon. Yeah, it's Canada is more Asian, Asian friendly, I guess. And the States, so after, I was brought up in the States. So I just went back to Hong Kong for a year, 2 years. And then after that, I went to Australia. So after my high school, I went back straight to Oklahoma, because my folks graduated from. No, he didn't. My mom graduated from Oklahoma, but my dad knew the dean of the college there, architecture. So I was accepted there. Yeah, typical cadet school. Yeah. So I went to Oklahoma, and Oklahoma, there weren't many Asians. There were a few Asians, but seriously, when I stayed in the dorm, they would invite me to these fraternities and just drink party, just drink and piss, and had pizza all day and beer, and that was it. They never attack me because of my race or anything like that. So, and that was a true experience. And they would invite me to the farms. I would go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I would go to Oklahoma City, go to Texas, and go to their farms. And one guy let me drive his dad's Model T. You had the double clutch, and I didn't know how to do it. And I was just swiping the gearbox, and it's fun. And you were shooting, just shooting, go hunting, and it was awesome. I mean, these, and I thought all the people not being Asian were really mean, but no. When I went to Oklahoma, it was so cool. Everything was nice. So, talking about the drill teacher, I mean, we had to run. There's a 100-meter pool at the school. So when we do our training, we weren't allowed to wear any shoes. So we had to run barefoot 8 times around the pool on the grass. But the deal is, there's no big deal, right? What's a big deal? Just running without your shoes, right, for training. But the deal is, those grass have spikes in them. They're called bindies. And those freaking bindies, they'll just cling on to the sole of your feet, and they're so freaking painful. And after that, you just get tweezers just to pull them out. And I don't know what the F is that kind of shit, we have to run every week. We have to run 8 times across that thing, and we weren't allowed to wear shoes. Yeah, there's spurs. Is it sand spurs? It's a bitch to get out. And it's just so freaking painful, and you just keep on running. And after that, and then you jump into that 100-meter pool and do 8 laps. So that was it. So they call that you do a figure 8 and 8 laps. So that was your basic warm up before you do anything. Yeah, so that was hell too. If you want me to talk about my life in Australia, nothing is pleasant. Nothing really. And they Sunday they have barbecue. So when you guys see them, and I put a shrimp on a barbie, they actually they cook sausages. They barbecue sausages, and the deal is, Australians, all their sausages are charcoaled. So they are just all burnt black, charcoal black, and that's how they eat their sausages, and they call it snags. You're going to have some snags today? So every Sunday we will have snags. So it's pretty gross, but it's the culture. And potato salad, and rhubarb. It's like a luxury dessert. So that was the kind of thing. Yeah, Chad, and the thing is, there's some celebrities, kids are there, and they're spoiled shits, okay? And they would beat the crap out of me and be so racist. And they know their father, oh yeah, it's a cool thing, just to attack me. So that was the thing. So actually, when I went in there for a few years, because I got beaten up so many times, I got pretty good at fighting back. So one of the really famous guys, public figure's son, I punched him out and gave him a freaking big black eye, and his father drove over with his Bentley and found, oh, my son had a black eye, and told the teacher, and the teacher just didn't do shit because that's how the system works. Yeah, so I am a Australian citizen, yes, because you had to be a citizen to go to high school in Australia, when I was younger. I was only 11 when I went there, and I was just basically left alone because my parents had to work in Hong Kong, really hard, and detain and all that. They basically had no time for me. So, down under, and another thing down under is their 4 seasons are opposite to us. So when they have their summer holidays, it will be Christmas time. So during the winter time, winter breaks, they'll have it in June, start of July. So it's completely opposite. So in July, they'll probably get, a couple weeks off. That's about it. So during those 6 years, I never ever had a trip with my family. Okay, it's no shit. They would go to Europe, UK, and stuff like that. I would never be able to join them because I had to be in Australia for school. So that, it didn't really bring me a close family. That's for my brothers and sister. They would talk about, oh yeah, we've been there before. But for me, I haven't been anywhere. So that was the life. So let me read some of your comments. They had some hazing. So Chad, you had some hazing for the first year. Yeah, you guys reported, and it ended. That's good, because when we report anything, it will be double down. The teacher doesn't give a shit. So just go easy on him. So that was the deal. And some spoiled brats, it's so funny. What they do is they get us on those big trucks, those 12 or 16 wheelers, and we'll just go in the mountains for camping and stuff like that. And they'll just get our whole platoon would just drop us off in just some random place, and they'll just throw one map and a stupid compass, and then we'll be on our own. And the sucky thing is, they issue us these stupid leather boots that has leather soles, so they're so freaking dangerous. And when you walk on those rocks, they'll just slip like there's no tomorrow, and you get so injured because the stupid soles are made from leather. And even we had to abseil with those leather boots too, and it was just so stupid. Just didn't make sense, guys. And we have to always do these marching out parades and stuff like that. So we, after school, they have finished school early, so we basically have to stand out on the field for like 4 hours to practice. And they would give us these stupid 308 bolt action rifles the old rifles that they fought in the Turkish war or something like that. So freaking heavy, and you just had 2 fingers to hold on, next to a trigger, and you had to use these 2 fingers to hold on that rifle for so many hours, and you're not allowed to put it down. And you would get so, it was, I'm not being a whoosh or anything, but let me tell you, there's like 100-degree sun, and you have to wear your full gear and carry that stupid rifle, and that wasn't fun at all. So those were really bad, and I got out of it. I didn't have to carry that stupid rifle. I joined the band. I learned the trombone, so all I had to do is carry the trombone instead, so it's a lot lighter. So I joined the marching band. So they called me a pussy because I joined the marching band. Okay, so you're not a real man, you're a faggot because you play an instrument. Okay, so that was their their idea. That's their thinking and their thoughts. Yeah, they just throw stupid ass compass and just and we hardly get much canned food. It's all rations. Just add water and really nasty stuff. By the way, we're in school, so nobody got cigarettes. Okay. And some spoiled brats, they're so funny. They don't eat this stuff. And one guy was really spoiled, and he'd rather not eat, so he gave all his rations to me, and that was a feast. Poor guy. Yeah, there were a few guys that pass out. I didn't pass. This pass out didn't die from it, but you would just see people. They would just drop like that in the sun. So that sucks. So if you guys was in the military, I'm sure you guys would know what I'm talking about. But the hazing over there it's already bad, in a cadet school. But the deal being Asian in the whole damn school, that was the worst part, and they're racist as shit. So that's the point. That's the thing that I don't get over now. Yeah, I still feel really sad, about those guys. Zero contact with them, and some guys, these guys, their families are so freaking. They control the market in Australia. Yeah, that's terrible. So that's how the system worked. You don't get laughed at if you get bad grades or anything. You don't laugh at if you miss your homework or anything. But you only laugh if you wasn't man enough to do something stupid. So that was their deal. So that is how it goes, guys. Yeah, even some friends told me, "Oh, I don't think you should talk about this subject. It's kind of sensitive. It's your personal life, that's been through all that crap, And but I just wanted to share this. This is true. I'm not making stuff up. This is 100% true. It's and for me, I'm not being sarcastic or anything. Australia, all of them were convicts. They were shipped over from England because they were murderers. They were killers, and they were the worst people from the jail. So they all went to Australia. So that is a true fact, and you guys can look it up. So I think that is the mentality or whatever, that generated all this thing. Australia is the best. They don't need anybody, and stuff like that. So it's their mentality, I think. So I think it's one of the worst things is because it was in the military school, and that wasn't. It was a UK colony, and we got to learn history about Captain Cook. Captain Cook, he discovered Australia, and he went to Botany Bay. So if you guys go to Sydney, go to Botany Bay, and you'll see Captain Cook, a statue of him. How do I sound, guys? Yeah. So if you're American, Canadian, and stuff like that, yeah, it's true. It's in the DNA. It's just so much, I've I don't want to hate them or anything, but it's just that's how their ancestors were and stuff like that. The American Cup, so long ago when they won it, the Australians, the Prime Minister got drunk. I just saw it on some yacht news long time, the archives, and the Prime Minister was drunk on national TV. He said, everybody can have a holiday. I mean, come on, guys. Yeah. Yeah, Captain Cook. Think about how much they killed those Aborigine people. Abos. And Abos, they call them Abos. They get so much crap because they're, you thought the native, the native people in North America get it bad. There's nothing like in Australia. They will get so much shit just because they existed, So that's Abos, they call them. Yeah, that's really bad. And they have wild dogs that eat people. Dingoes. I don't know if you heard of it. And they have these platypus. Platypus. It's like has a duck beak and they swim in the water. And they have kangaroos. They call roos. And they shoot them because they're a pest. So they kill all these roos and make dog food out of them. But there's a miniature version of a kangaroo, and they call wallabies. So wallabies are national protected animals. Really cute, like 3 feet high. Okay, I think my camera died, guys. Oh dear. You see, when I talk about sad things, everything dies. Just be with me. I have a spare battery with me, guys. I'll be up in 2 minutes. Intermission. I didn't know the battery's gonna go out, but luckily I had just a spare one just ready for. Please have some batteries. Here I am. Oh crap, it's dead too. Oh guys. Anyways, I'm sorry, this is all blank. I've no the camera is all dead batteries. I can't continue. Yeah. So embarrassing, guys. I mean, when you talk about such, now it's a podcast, exactly. Let me try to find a freaking. Can you guys just hold on for 2 minutes? I mean, appreciate it, Jess. Just apologize on behalf of me, please. Let me find a battery. Where's it? Guys, I'm sorry. There's no camera. There's no camera. Take the mic off the back.
We don't have the battery because we'll go.
No, put it back in your camera. Where? Just give me the bag. Just give me the bag.
I don't know where the bag is because you took it.
Again.
That sounds like your problem, not mine.
Yes, it's my problem then. Okay, forget it.
I don't know where it is. Where did you put
Sorry,
it?
guys. I'm still looking. It's just so embarrassing. Oh dear. I'm sorry, guys. Oh dear. I'm just feeling so embarrassed. This camera. Okay, guys, I found another camera. Just gonna hook it up in 2 seconds. This doesn't work. No, dear. Where's the battery?
Where is the battery?
Okay, let me find just found another battery. I hope this will work, or else I apologize again for this lousy YouTuber that doesn't know his stuff. Please work. Please work. Here we go. We have a full battery going. Here we are. Here we are. Oh, man. I got another. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, dear. Hello, guys. I'm back. Apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Here, that was so. Yes, this battery's full. It'll last a long time. So there was 2 dead batteries I was dealing with, and I had another camera, and luckily I found a battery for it. Ooh, pardon me. So okay, I hope not many people left my thing. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I don't mean to talk bad about Australia, but that was a really bad experience for me, and yeah, so that was really bad. So what else kind of it's just there. So that's the society, So I'm not saying North America is the best or anything, but I mean, in Canada, I got some crap when I was riding a bicycle, saying, "Oh, you guys bring over the COVID and stuff like that." I mean, because of the extraordinary cases, I know their anger and stuff like that, but you don't get this knowledgeable. I don't think I'm knowledgeable. If I was knowledgeable, the camera won't be dead on you guys. Sorry about that. I'm seriously. So, in Canada, you hardly get any racial kind of crap, And even in Oklahoma, I'm Asian. They're friendly. They invite me to farms and stuff like that, to parties and sororities. If they don't like you, they don't say they don't like you or anything like that. They just distance in a way, but they won't, attack you or anything like that, guys. So, like, how can I say, in Oklahoma, I mean, I would be worried if I was black more than Asian. Seriously, because I know much about there. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about kangaroos. So there's a little miniature kangaroos. They're nationally protected. They call wallabies. So wallabies, they're just miniature kangaroos, and they're really cute looking, and their fur and everything's more smooth and stuff like that, and they're really it's 50. Thank you, Jess. Still, my friends here in Hong Kong asked me to shave it off because I look like a criminal. So this looks like a criminal. Shave it off. Every day I'll hear this. So these little wallabies. So you still see a lot of weird animals in Australia. I don't know why. And I said the platypus looks like a duck, but they swim in the rivers. And the koala bears. Koala bears, all they do is just eat eucalyptus leaf, and after they eat, they just sleep. They don't do anything else. I think just like pandas. Pandas just eat bamboo and they sleep, and they don't do anything. And when my son was in Sichuan taking care of the voluntary project for the kangaroos, all he had to do is pick up shit every day from the pandas, so he didn't really enjoy that. So that wasn't a fun job for him. Anyways, so they have the Tasmanian devil. So that's usually from Tasmania. So in Tasmania they call it Tassie. Actually, I've never been there. So if you ask me where have I traveled, I really haven't traveled much in Australia. The place I've been is in Queensland, and I've been Sydney. That's where my school is, and that's it. Canberra, the capital of Canada, and I've never been to Victoria. I've never been to Melbourne. They don't like people saying Melbourne, but Melbourne. They call it Melbourne. But when you call it Melbourne, they'll get pissed off. So call it Melbourne, okay, guys? And another thing is, after I graduated from Oklahoma, I went back to Hong Kong. I was dating a girl that she's an Asian, but she graduated from New Zealand and she migrated to New Zealand. So I visited New Zealand once. And the thing is, in New Zealand, those people really, really, really friendly, and their accent is not as wild as the the people, the Australian accent. They don't speak like this. You don't understand them like that. But in New Zealand, it's more general, in more calmer tone when you talk to these guys, and they're not really racist. Still, the steaks are terrible. Still, Australia and New Zealand, the steaks aren't that good. I mean, seriously. I don't buy steaks from Australia, even the Wagyu. I don't, I'm sorry to say, I think the American steak is, for me, it's the tastiest. And then Japanese steak, the Kobe steak and the Wagyu. But in Japan, if the steak is too nice, too much marble, it's just like eating fat. So that's not good too. So my favorite cut of meat is New York strip. So a good marbled New York strip is really good. Yep. Yeah, these Australian, these accents are just different. Yeah, U.S. Prime is the thing. Is it? Okay, U.S. Prime is it. Period. Yeah. So these accents, in I don't think, because in New Zealand, I don't think convicts were sent to New Zealand. So in New Zealand, I feel they're really calm. They listen to people. They make friendship there. That's my experience when I went there. No, I haven't tried the French meat yet. I tried other French dishes in France. The foie gras, the escargot, and I had some blood. They make the duck blood rice and stuff like that. I had that before, and it's pretty nice. Yeah, I never had a chance to go to the Maxime, the restaurant there. I really like to go there, because in Hong Kong there's a Maxime's restaurant. It's a knockoff of the original Maxime's from Paris. Sorry guys, I'm just switching over to France. And when I was in France, because in Hong Kong the chocolate de la mort is really expensive, chocolat de la mort. And then I went to Paris. I said, "Oh, where's the chocolate de la mort? I want to get some chocolates there." Is it really famous? No, it's just a regular. It's just a house of chocolate. What's the special deal? Nothing. So that was it. Yeah, Andrew, so that's why in New Zealand, it's really different. Yeah, Lebanese, yeah, and there's a Lebanese steakhouse in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I drive from Norman to Tulsa to eat Lebanese steakhouse. It's really good. The cabbage rolls too. They're awesome. Yeah, I went there. La Mansion de la Blague. Yeah. And the Champs-Élysées, we would just walk down. It's awesome. And my daughter, she went to Gucci for the kids Gucci, and she wouldn't go unless she got something there. So that wasn't fun. Yeah, France is a pretty cool place. I like France. It's pretty good. And it's so sad to see the whole world is locked up. We can't travel anywhere. Everybody's stuck where they are, trying to be safe, and seeing, some people seeing loved ones that passing away, and like over 1.3 million people now. It's just so sad. Yeah, I haven't been to Brazil, but I had wood scruff. I had Brazilian meat before. They have a restaurant, and they have all these sticks that you cut. Yeah, my wallet did kill. Yeah, I mean, I used my Chase Visa, and the conversion rates from the euros. It's not a fair deal. That's how they make the money. Well, yeah. So that was it. So let's get back to Australia. So when I graduated from Australia, went to Oklahoma. Everybody's laughing at my accent because what are you talking about, mate? So, and then I was in Oklahoma for 5 years. It was really cool. Made a lot of friends. All types from all types of walk, and it's really cool. And we were actually not laughing at one black guy, but not racially laughing at him, but it's just so funny to see him because if you're a black guy, you have your black American, the thing. Hey, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, give me five, man. Yeah, yo, like that. But there's one black guy in architecture college in Oklahoma. When he goes up, when we meet him, and just, oh, hello, how do you do? Oh, it's nice to see you. Da, da, da. In Oklahoma, yes, lots of tornadoes. You hear the sirens go off, and from a sunny sky to completely darkness, and the weather dropping like 20 degrees, and that's when you gotta find shelter. That's a Oklahoma tornado for you. So let's go back to this black guy, and he just didn't sound. He just sounds so white. And it was so funny. And later on, I said, hey, man, you're not from the States, are you? He says, no, I'm from Toronto, Canada. Ooh. So, so this guy, I made friends with him too. And it's just completely different, And there are other guys that came from Africa, and they were really nice. They gave me those African dress, like a shirt, but it's really long and with a big U here. And they're really friendly too. Met some guys from India, from mainland China, made friends with local Americans. Local Americans just hang out in their fraternities, getting drunk, and they have these many tasks. They have the stupid tasks before they get, initiated. It's so funny, but they never rejected me. They even wanted me to join the fraternity. So, I didn't join because I didn't drink that much. Those guys would just drink so much. It's not funny. Yeah, so funny. Yeah. So, since I stepped back to North America, life has changed. But let me tell you, this Australian deal for me it just made me crazy. Didn't make me a normal human being. I was afraid to go out. I was afraid to do anything. So I lost confidence on myself. And, at a point I would say, gee, and am I ashamed being an Asian? For being an Asian, is that how much hate I get from the world? I just ask questions all the time when I was in Australia. And it was just, I wasn't proud at a point. I just want to stay at the boarding house. I didn't even want to go out because when I go out, I'll be attacked or verbally abused. I even had some street fights. Walking down the street, they'll pick a fight with me. And I was fighting. Of course I'll fight back. I'm not going to sit there and let them beat me up. And then a cop car came over and stopped the fight and stuff. I still remember it. It's just like it happened last week. And that was how, that's how life was there, So that was, it's kind of devastating. Yeah, and the spiders, you don't want to, in the, talking about wild, like the insects and stuff like that, you don't want to mess with anything there. Everything is deadly. The jellyfish would kill you, paralyze you, and kill you. Sharks will eat you. The white sharks, so famous, eating people. What else? The spiders, the funnel web would kill you. The black widow would kill you. So with this little red and the redback spiders, you see, they'll kill you. I've seen them all the time, but they're just, those people are so used to it. But it's just, It's killing people. And by the way, guys, I appreciate it if you give me a like. So hopefully people will see my videos on, on more on YouTube, get a few more 100 likes, and I appreciate that, guys. So appreciate if you guys can give me a like for tonight. But I know it's embarrassing. I know I don't really deserve it because my camera went dead. I'm on the third battery. At least I had some batteries to spare on. So that was embarrassing. So thank you, guys. Thank you for even staying on for me, mumbling and mumbling, stuff like that. Yeah, Woodscruff, a lot of Asians in Australia. Soon they would be the majority, won't have to worry. Now, it's because even the government officials, they don't, it's nothing to do with the CCP, nothing to do with communism, China, or anything like that. It's the deal with just they don't. I feel that they don't like Asians. They have this anti-immigration law just for Asians. The senator came out and spoke publicly about it, and they got a lot of support and all that. They should just close all the borders and not have any more foreigners to Australia. And the stuff I'm talking about, it's, these few years it's been happening. And nothing to do with the Communist Party. It's now the China virus is making people dislike the Communist Party. But before then, there's no virus, nothing like that. But still, there wasn't so much, stuff from China. So that's one of the main points, guys. So, guys, I hope you guys can give me some love. You guys give me more love more than those 6 years I spent in Australia. Seriously, that's no bullshit, guys. It's 100% true. So you guys seeing this video, do give me a like. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And thank you very much for my Patreons that support my work and give me love there too. And I really appreciate it. And I'm thinking, should I do a membership thing on YouTube? But if I do this membership something, I hope I can put some special content. Maybe you know a little bit more about my personal life, all the crap I have to go through, because there are still a lot of things I'm dealing with. It's just a mess. I still don't know what to do. So when I get this channel set up and all that, I'll let you guys know. So it's over an hour, just over an hour, and you're probably sick of my voice and my face, but it's lucky that you can still see my face as the cameras do work. And I do apologize again for the mishap on the batteries, so I hope you guys have an awesome Monday and an awesome week. And you guys are amazing. Let me tell you guys, just you guys are you guys are legends, and I really appreciate it. And thank you very much. And I'm gonna end my stream tonight. And Hong Kong time is 2:30 a.m. Tuesday. And it's cool. Okay, bye guys. God bless.